me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan the skeptical one.
I'm Erin the Believer. Do you have anything?
Not a thing.
I do. I've got some things.
Oh, good. Actually, I have one thing, but you go first because,
Okay, I think I'm being haunted
well, that's something big.
by something new.
Oh, that's even bigger. Is it
And
your new addition?
no.
Did you build on a burial ground?
Oh, if I did, it was the sweetest burial ground.
Oh.
It smells. I keep smelling vanilla,
Oh, this is interesting.
which nobody that I know in my family wears vanilla.
Yeah, but you've got 3 girls that like online shop without you knowing.
But I keep smelling the exact same smell even when I'm at school. So either I'm haunted by the cutest little grandma lady.
Like a baker, a
Yes.
vanilla baker.
Or my BO has changed to vanilla, which is amazing.
That's more likely. That's more
I
likely.
know. Honestly, I'm hoping for the latter.
That would be so strange. Like
But
instead,
so cool.
you're gonna have the best menopause. Like this is the beginning of the sweetest menopause ever. Like
Oh my
I
gosh.
go around and smell like vanilla.
Yes. All of a sudden people are like flocking to me.
Right.
Just like like children and like
Oh,
people who like sweets. Just everybody, I guess.
who else? Who else would love the vanilla? Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, you'll just be like the opposite of normal menopause.
Yeah.
You'll start smelling great. You'll be at a
Do
cool
people in
breeze.
menopause start smelling bad?
Oh, they sweat all the time.
Oh yeah, they sweat, but
Yeah.
let's not throw it out there that they smell bad.
Well, just because of the sweat, just sweating.
Okay.
In general,
Okay.
you're sweating a whole lot more.
Yeah.
No, listen, I am right there on the cusp, and I cannot wait. My only thing about menopause, I'm ready. Like, let's do this change. If I already have to be old, let's make it old. Let's just be official. I need readers.
Okay.
Go through menopause.
Speaking of readers, I did snap a picture while you were wearing Mom's readers.
You better not have. And you better not post that anywhere.
I might.
Because I have a feeling it was not a good picture. Readers or not.
Maybe I just put it on Patreon.
Maybe you don't.
You gotta pay for it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. They'll be the only time you'll ever see me in readers. But let me tell you, they were nice. For about the 10 seconds I wore them, I was like, oh my gosh, seeing is so enjoyable.
What have I been missing?
Oh, but then I took them immediately off, and no, here I am. If I ever have to wear readers, then I might as well just go ahead and have menopause because I'm ready to be done. That'd be fine. My only worry is that I hear some women talk about how it takes like 3 or 4 years or longer to fully go through menopause. That is not okay. That is not nice.
No, that's not nice.
Mm-mm.
It really sucks that we just get
the shit end of the stick and everything.
Every angle.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah. It's
Men
not
don't have to do anything.
No, they really don't. What,
they go through like a month of their voice cracking.
Wet dreams. Oh, that's
my
so
gosh.
sad.
Listen, girls have them too. It's just a little less obvious.
Right. But also I'm like, that's kind of fun. Like that's not okay. Yeah, they get everything.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Okay, well, we'll switch gears.
Okay.
2, I do need your advice on something. Coming up this weekend, and since you self-proclaimed that you are a child of the 90s, I thought, who best to come to? Because this weekend I'm going to 2 of my friends. They're quite funny because I'm actually going on this whole girls trip in April for all of their 40th. Yeah. I'm just like an add-in. I've been an add-in for years with this group of girls, but they're all turning 40 this year. Yeah. I'm already 42, going on 43. So they're all making shirts and they're just going to put a little plus sign next to mine. I'm like, you bitches, you can't even just let me lie and say I'm 40. Like, oh, no, you're 40 plus. It's fine. So anyway, good thing. Mean. I know. Good thing they're all funny and I love them a lot. And good thing I have a good sense of humor. So, but this weekend is 2 of their birthdays and we're doing a 90s themed party. That's awesome. Right. So everybody's going to come as 90s. Some people are going as characters. Okay. Some people are just dressing 90s. Yeah. And then we're all supposed to bring like a 90s themed side, appetizer. Oh my gosh. Diet Coke. I don't know. What do you bring? Diet tab. Yeah. Any kind of like diety food though. I feel like diet craze was real big then. Well, it's funny because I've looked in some things. Yes, diet food, but then the exact opposite. You got like pizza rolls came out in the 80s. Oh yeah. You've got Surge. Like Doritos, like huge in the 80s. Yeah. Those pizza flavored. You can find those Doritos that are like the 3D puffs. Yeah. Oh, those were so good. So were the chips. I don't even think they were Doritos. They were just pizza chips. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I
They were
do.
like in a white bag.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, those were my jam back in the
Yeah, and
day.
combos were real big in the
Uh-huh.
90s.
Yeah, so I'm like, so, usually I go to a party and I'm like, pride myself on the fanciest charcuterie board or
Yeah.
the fanciest
You went
veggie
like a
tray.
trashy one.
Now it's like it's going to be total trash food, which is fun, but I'm like, what am I going to eat when I'm there? I don't want to eat any of it. That sounds
Oh,
horrible.
yeah. What are you gonna wear?
Yeah, that's my other question. What am I going
Okay.
to wear, Aaron?
You gotta find those Jinko jeans.
Yeah.
Those jeans I like.
So funny
Oh
enough, the
my gosh.
birthday girl, she used to wear them
Oh
all the
my
time. And
gosh.
somebody was like, "Do you still have your Jinkos?" And she's like, "No." I threw them out. I was like, "Oh, that's
That
hilarious."
would have been amazing.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay authentic and I was thinking about this earlier, like what did I look like in the
Really
90s?
dark lipstick is what you look
I
like.
wore really dark lipstick.
Uh-huh.
I hair parted directly down the middle, which is back now.
Yeah.
Um,
All of 90s are
it
back now.
is, it is. But then also, especially early 90s, like middle school time, I would place my hair like directly in front of my eyes. So it's parted down the middle, but you could not see. So it's
Yeah.
really, I'm going back. I can't see anymore anyway.
Oh, full circle.
It's full circle. Just like it was in the 90s, I needed to get my hair out of my face. Now I need readers. Either
Oh,
way, here I am. And then like total grunge.
yeah.
I'm gonna wear like a super big plaid shirt.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Definitely get that dark lipstick. I
Oh
remember
yeah.
you wearing that so much.
Yeah.
Uh,
Outline the
oh,
lips.
for sure.
Yeah.
Sophie said the other day, I wish I could go back in time to like the
Hmm.
90s because I love
Oh.
the fashion there. I was like, oh, I really thought you were going to go way further back.
Way back. Like if
But
we're gonna
no,
go way, way back,
the 90s.
let's go like the 40s. That's
Yeah.
fun. The flapper era.
Well, that's the 20s.
The
But
20s. That's what I meant. Any of those, but
yeah,
90s.
the
Come
90s.
on.
She was like, I love it. She started describing things. I'm like, you just described
Yeah.
Delia's. Remember that? I
Yes.
was obsessed with that
Or the
catalog.
fashion shop. Remember the
Oh,
fashion
oh yeah, I
shop?
remember the fashion shop.
Yeah.
But man, Delia's, I would like wait. I knew when it
Oh,
was
yeah.
coming. I would circle everything.
Yep.
They didn't make them in my size. I've been this size
Since
since
5th grade.
fifth grade. And so they didn't have, Delia's for
Mhm.
chubby girls. But I still circled it like, yeah, I did have a couple skirts. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I wonder
If you have a 90s skirt for
if
me?
I have that. Remember that blue skirt that went down
Yeah.
to your feet? Oh, and like clogs, like the
Big,
big chunky shoes.
chunky clogs.
Oh man, it's all coming back to me now.
Mhm. I know. It's all
Another
coming back.
another 90s reference.
Yes, there you go. Yeah. So that, or I thought I could do something punny like that. Like, I love a good
You
pun.
do love a pun.
So I don't know. I'm just, throwing it all out there. I'll update it with a picture of whatever I end up being.
Yeah.
But I just can remember when I first started middle school, and I mean, I was like, I am going to be a total badass in middle school. Like, I am just going to look tough.
Yeah.
And I asked mom if I could shave the back of my head.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she told me, sure, but you can't live here anymore. So you can pick.
Oh my gosh.
I know it was that harsh. And so I chose to stay living at home, disgruntled, of course. But
Which was kind of perfect.
you're right. It fit right in with the look.
Yeah.
But then I went to my first football game. But I was, of course, in the like grunge, like resistance, like,
Yeah.
oh, we don't like football players. So, but we'll still go because,
Yeah.
that's where the fun is.
Right.
But
It's where the football players are, hello.
we wouldn't be caught watching. So we
No.
stayed by this big tree. And I can remember a friend trying to convince us all that we could smoke these pea pods. There were these huge pea pods. So here we are, like trying to look so grown up and so cool and trying to smoke a pea pod. Of course, it did not smoke. It did not happen. But I can remember all of us turning like, do you feel anything? You all feel something, don't you?
Totes. Yeah, that's
Totes, we
hilarious.
totes did.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I went the opposite end of that spectrum and watched every football game. I like face painted we had the worst team too. We were so bad, but I was there. I was there for it.
South.
Listen, I know. I like to talk a big game, especially when I was, part of that school because I was like, there's no way we're gonna win.
Right.
So I'll just do all my talking now. I'm like, oh, you're going down. And 1 year it paid off. 1 year.
There you go.
Everybody was like, my friends who went to Oldham County, your school, they
Yeah.
were like, yeah, you just wait. And then we beat them. I think it was my senior year.
That's
amazing.
Even that's the glory.
It was epic.
Yeah. If those of you who don't know us, Aaron and I went to rival schools, and I gave her so much hell for that because why? Why would you go to anyway? We're not going to get into it. No one cares about that. But anyway, the 90s. I would say write in if you have ideas. However, by this time,
it'll
already be. So, but if whenever I post my 90s, please post your 90s pictures. We could all do like a fun, like, what did you look like back in the 90s?
That'd be cute. That'd be really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start a big old photo thread.
Absolutely. Sounds
I'll
like
try
fun.
to find a picture of me in that blue skirt because I wore it all the time.
I can picture it right now.
Yeah, I can too. I bet it's in your closet where mom like stored everything. Yeah. I bet it's back there.
Yeah, we could find it for sure.
Oh, that's funny. So funny.
Okay, well, thanks. I think I have a mental image of what I'll look like at the party.
I can't wait. Really, I just picture you in that picture that was our episode picture once where you're staring off into the beach.
Oh, gosh.
Very dramatic.
Oh, it was so dramatic. I mean, I remember writing a poem called Never Ending Story. And it was all about my life.
Movie.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't that creative. I wasn't that original.
Like there was this dragon-like creature.
Yeah, but it was like the most melodramatic. I mean, just mom was really worried about me. I can remember asking all our friends, like, do I need to get her into counseling, do whatever? And then, yeah, every time we go on vacation or anything, I just remember being like, my life is horrible. And so like sitting on the beach and I'm just staring out into the ocean. I don't know what was wrong. Nothing was wrong. I was living the life. I was living the best life. Oh man. But to be that angsty young, thinking your whole life is so horrible. The 90s,
the dream,
the 90s. That's what that is. Yeah. Absolutely.
You don't think kids do that now?
Yeah, no, I think they do. I just think that it's hilarious. Like for me, that's what resonates the most as the 90s.
Yeah.
Just that time period of thinking I was just so scarred over nothing. Because my mom wouldn't let me shave my head. That was what I was scarred about.
A true punk would have done it anyways.
Yeah, I know.
Consequences be damned.
You've met our mother.
I know.
You've met our mother. Consequences. Yeah.
That's why it took me till I was 30 years old. No, 36 years old to get my nose pierced.
Yeah.
I wanted it so bad.
And even now, I'm like, what is she going to say? When I told them I was pregnant.
Oh my gosh. Have we ever talked about that?
I think we did. I think for a second. But yeah, I was terrified. I was like trembling and I was 36 years old.
Because they know you're not a virgin then. I didn't want to tell them and I was married. I was like, I know that you probably have figured it out. But I am pregnant.
Oh, but this is it. Yeah. You just, the wrath of Diana Clem. It's there. She's the most amazing mother ever. But you also don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
What's going to trigger
her. The problem
her.
Is you never know when the wrath is coming.
Yeah. Sometimes she'd be totally cool about shit that you did not think she would be at all.
Oh, yeah.
And then other times it's like, you did what?
Sometimes she'll be totally cool about something she has lost her shit about before.
Oh yeah, that's really confusing.
There's no consistency. It just happens to be how she's feeling that day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of menopause, I had to live with her during that time because you all were away at college, and let me tell you,
you're welcome.
Dad and I were treading very lightly.
I think we've talked about it.
Yeah. Okay, we're moving on.
So to the 90s and to menopause.
Oh. And to Vanilla B.O.
The best to come. Do you really think you're being haunted?
I don't know. I really keep smelling it.
It's so weird.
Like I smelled it the other day when I was getting into the shower and I was like, oh, what is vanilla here? So I smelled everything, nothing. And I was like, oh, that's weird.
Do you have a new hair product?
No, nothing is new.
Okay.
Then
except for your whole house.
No, but no new substances.
Okay.
I smelled it in the back room and I was doing yoga, smelled it again.
Okay.
I smelled it in my classroom. Okay. I've smelled it in 4 different places. Very strong vanilla for just a second and then it dissipates.
It's got to be something. Your clothes, your detergent, your something.
It's my body odor.
Your body odor. Okay, well that's where
I'm winning.
Maybe get that looked into. Maybe it's something when you smell burnt toast, you're having a stroke. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you should. If anybody out there knows of a medical disorder where you smell vanilla all the time,
yeah. Well, I guess call me, but
yeah, let her know.
If it's terminal, don't let me know. Just let me write it out.
Yeah, right. Write that out. And just smell and bliss.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, whose turn is it to go first? I think it's your turn.
Okay, I was gonna say yours, but
it is mine because you got a little drunk last week. It's fine. I'm going first.
Sorry about that.
Before we go on, not to bring up Danny one more time.
Oh, but hey, let's talk.
But let's bring him up because really quickly, listen to this subject line.
Okay,
it says your podcast is haunted. Have you looked into this email yet?
No.
It says Forgive me if you've already covered this. I'm still catching up, or maybe I'm crazy, but I heard something strange during an episode of your podcast. In episode 11, about 23 minutes and 10 seconds in, I hear something strange. It sounds like a female voice saying, "Banks, no," or "Banks, go." I don't know anything about podcasting, so it could be feedback or something from editing, but it sounds like a whisper and from a voice that doesn't sound like either of you gals.
Ooh.
It's so faint I could hardly hear it, but I re-listened to it several times on both my wireless earbuds and corded headset. It sounds more faint on the corded pair.
Huh.
Odd thing is, you're in the middle of telling a story from a listener who called her grandfather Banks.
Shut up, Danny.
Anyways,
that just gave me goosebumps, and I'm the skeptic.
I know. Anyways, I thought you might want to give it a listen. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know, but I swear it's there. And I listened, and it's totally there.
No, we got to listen to it right now.
Okay, but we're going to cut to commercial because I want you all to go back and listen.
Oh, okay. Or can I play it?
Yeah, but I want them to go back and listen and pop those numbers.
Oh, up those numbers. Oh, yeah. Yes. What episode? Tell the people again.
So if you want to go back and hear it, it's on episode 11.
Okay.
Around the 23 minutes and 10 seconds.
Okay. Well, whenever we stop this next one, we'll listen to it. Okay. That is so creepy.
I know. Okay, so I'm going to read a story tonight from Birdie.
Oh, I love Birdie. And
I know.
You kind of stole this one from me. It's fine.
I did. You told me to, though.
It's okay. I love reading Birdie, but you're welcome. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you told me to. Okay. Mm-hmm. We love Birdie. Birdie is constantly telling people about her podcast because she's the best. This is another reason I love Birdie. She wrote this big ass email, and there were a couple little typos. Whatever. There's always little typos. Trust me.
No big
Every
deal.
week we see a couple typos, and that's fine. Then I get another email that says, "I'm so sorry for all the misspelled words. It was after 12 and I was a little loopy." Then I get a third email that says, "Edited, maybe. I ate some anchovy butter paste."
I love it.
Oh,
so she said the same one back in.
Yeah, but then fixed it. Fixed all the little goose. And where she fixed it, it's highlighted different.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, love you, Birdie.
Hello, ladies. It's your resident Birdie again. She, her pronouns. I have a story, but I want to preface this by saying I know how this sounds. I question my sanity daily. Here goes.
Same.
So I realize I'm getting older and your girl can't party like she used to.
Same.
In my 20s, when I got drunk, I danced, I kissed a girl and a guy.
Oh.
I bought new shoes. I called my ex and told them how much I missed them.
Oh.
Not this time. No, this time I bought a haunted item off of eBay.
I love it.
Oh, hear me out. It was super shiny and really pretty. That'll do it for me.
Yep. There you go.
On November 10th of 2022, I went out to dinner with a coworker and had myself a couple of prickly pear margaritas. If you have a Bull and Bear in your area, please go. The food is delicious, and they have a heavy pour with the drinks.
A restaurant. I'm like, well, how do we know if there's a bull and a bear at the same time?
Who bartend?
Right. I'm like, I don't know what's in that field out there.
Don't think there are bulls and bears. Actually, there probably are.
I think there are definitely bulls in the parts.
And I think there are definitely bears.
Yeah, but how am I to know they're together and when they're all hanging out? I don't know. No idea.
I don't know. But if it's a restaurant, I would like to go.
Okay. But now I get it. It's a restaurant. Go ahead.
The next night, I went out with my wife and friends and told the manager, one of our friends, to surprise me. He also did not skimp on the pour. The next morning, I woke up with two things. My brand new boots were chewed to bits by my 1-year-old puppy.
Oh, no.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the top/only bidder on a haunted item off of eBay.
Oh, wow.
To say I panicked is an understatement. I messaged the seller to explain the situation. I tried to dispute the charge to my account.
Oh, no.
I called up my witchy friends with more experience and asked for advice. In the end, I was stuck with it. The seller had a no returns policy and kindly offered help with any questions or advice as I was a novice. When I realized this thing was going to be coming home to me, I started researching. I had to know what to expect. Safety precautions, rituals, mythology, folklore. And through the week, I went from panic to praying it was a hoax.
Oh my gosh. Okay. As a skeptic, I'm sitting here going, are you for real? Like this really scared her that this thing was coming haunted.
It would really freak me out a little bit.
What?
Like if I ordered a haunted doll? No.
Yeah, there's no such thing.
Well,
I think it's
Megan, that's our key difference here.
I know, but it shocks me every time that people really are that
Shocks me every time.
Like, it shocks me that Birdie would Birdie seems so tough.
Yeah.
And, like, not afraid of anybody.
Okay.
That's what I get. Like, when I picture Birdie, I just picture her handling shit all the time.
Yeah.
And then she's like,
so you don't picture that when you think of me. Is that what you're trying to say?
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Okay, fine.
I picture you needing me to handle your shit sometimes. So,
okay, that's not wrong, but it's still hurtful.
Sorry, but I'm just saying, it just shocks me every time I hear somebody that scared about something. I'm like, for real? You haven't even gotten it yet. You haven't even, it's not even in your presence.
She has invited it into her home.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So she went from panic to praying it was a hoax to hyperfixation to excitement. Back around to excitement.
Okay.
The item got to me the next Friday on my son's birthday, but I told no one in the house what a drunken idiot I was. This is an important detail because I don't need to be judged like that. Never mind the fact.
I wasn't judging you, Birdie. I just let you know I wasn't judging you. And also, you can you can handle your shit all the time and still be scared of this. That's fine.
Okay.
And I'm so sorry.
Okay. Never mind the fact that if anyone was bringing a spook into my house, I would want to know. Anyway, the first night he came home, I love that we've gendered this creature. What is it? I still don't know what it is.
I have no idea.
I love it. It's shiny and pretty. So I'm like, what is it? Like a trophy?
I don't know. A genie bottle is what I'm picturing.
Oh, no, I would be pumped about a genie bottle. Okay. Anyway, the first night he came home, when I took the vessel out of the package, the room got cold enough for me to see my breath.
What?
It says, I poop you not.
You poop me not, Birdie.
That's what it says?
Okay.
Oh, that's so scary. Okay, later that night at 3:40 a.m., I was woken up by my wife, finally coming to bed. She is usually up at crazy hours as she is an insomniac. She apologized for waking me and proceeds to tuck in. Now I'm up. I put my rainstorm sound on my earbuds to help me get back to sleep, and she turns on her sound machine at a low volume. Again, we're old. I feel like this is like the cutest. It's like
so cute.
I can't just fall asleep. This is me.
And I love that they both have to have their own separate, like, I don't like rain sounds. Okay, well, I don't like frogs. Okay, fine. You put your earbuds in and I'll put mine in.
Yeah, if I listen to a rainstorm, I would wet the bed.
Oh, what?
The water. Wouldn't you hear hearing water trickle all night?
No, that would not make me wet the bed.
I feel like it would.
I need to know more information.
If I sit around a little fountain, I'm like, whew, I gotta pee.
Erin.
I don't, but I feel like I could.
Okay.
And I feel like if I got relaxed in a sleepy state.
Yeah. Hey there. Just let it go, huh?
I'd let it go.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's why I listen to dirty books when I go to sleep. I just fall asleep.
Gosh.
I always miss all the good stuff. And I wake up and I'm like, oh crap, I missed it. But a book is really where
I didn't know where you were going with that. You're like, if I listen to rain, I pee. If I listen to dirty books, I'm like, I have a good dream. What's going on?
I wake up like, what? Hello. Okay. We were laying there peacefully, minding our own business, trying to fall asleep, and I hear click-clack sounds, like one of our dogs is pacing at the foot of our bed on the hardwood floor.
Yeah, we know that sound.
Right on cue. Ellie made that noise. I think nothing of it because that's a normal sound in our house, as we have 4 dogs and 4 cats. My wife goes, "What's that noise?" And I ask what she means. She describes what I'm hearing, and I answer, probably one of the dogs needing more room. But she doesn't seem satisfied as the sound keeps moving from one side of the room to the other and back. Ooh. I get up and turn my phone flashlight on so I don't completely blind us both and look at the foot of the bed. Megan, I'm talking to you now.
Okay, Birdie, I'm buckled in.
All 4 dogs are on the bed. I counted them twice. 3 of the 4 cats were in their beds. I can see them. The 4th one was outside with her whole ass other family, the traitor. And there was nothing/no one by the foot of the bed, in the hallway, or under the bed. Again, I checked. So I did what any sane person would do. Deny. I laid my spooked butt down, closed my eyes, and went to sleep. The next day, I asked my son, the one who saw the shadow man above his bed in the middle of the night, if he had, which if you don't know that story, figure out where that last story was, because that was another good one. If he had seen or heard anything the night before in his room. He said no, but earlier when he was downstairs, he saw a dog dash by him. He thought it was our spaniel at first, but then he realized that she was upstairs with us. I told him nothing about the spirit. Anyway, I think this email is long enough and I have to go to bed. I have more stories about my hellhound friend if you are interested, but
Oh,
I'm going to end it here for now. Thank you for having this amazing pod and for reading my story. You two are amazing.
oh, you are amazing, Birdie.
I know, it's so sweet.
But that's it.
That's
Sorry.
it. We're done.
Wow. Okay. So she's thinking this spirit is of the canine.
Yeah, I maybe. So what is the vessel?
What is the vessel?
Is it a dog?
A statue of a dog? Is it something that once held dog ashes?
Oh,
Hmm.
I don't
Okay,
know.
here's my question. Going back to like when the temperature drops, when people say those stories, at what point does the temperature go back to normal? And at what point do you call someone else in and you're like, "Do you feel this? Or is this my imagination?"
Well, not for a while with Birdie because she was
Yeah, she
embarrassed
wanted to
about
keep
doing
it
it.
yeah, she wanted to keep it on the down low. But in other stories, I've heard that, like the
Yeah.
temperature, whatever, and it's like if that happened to me, I would be like, "Aaron, get over here right now. You've got to feel this." Like
Yeah.
I would need somebody else to verify it for me
Yeah.
that it wasn't just like me getting, I don't know, my temperature, my own body temperature dropping because of my stress and anxiety of opening up this vessel.
But if you can see your own breath, that's not your own body temperature,
But
right?
can you imagine your own breath? Is my question.
Megan.
I just don't know. It's just it would be strange to me to have something that important happen and not share it with somebody. To not like call somebody and be like, "What is going on? Do you not see this? Do you feel this? What is
Yeah.
this? Let's investigate this a little bit more." That seems
What could talk you out of it being something paranormal if that were happening?
I don't know that I could be talked out of it. I think that
Oh,
no,
okay.
no, no. Opposite of whatever you're thinking I'm meaning. You got too excited for that. I don't think I could be talked into something paranormal.
No, I'm saying if that happened, if suddenly it was cold enough that you could see your breath in a room, everything was fine,
Uh-huh.
you have a witness there with you,
Uh-huh.
you're both suddenly cold.
Uh-huh. I would start investigating scientific facts of why that would happen in the middle of June or July.
You're so boring.
What could cause I think it's funny. I think this is always funny that you go to boring. To
Uh-huh.
me, uh you are the reason there is fake news.
Oh my Lord.
Only because you don't want to be bored. You'd rather be entertained than to know the truth.
Oh my gosh. These are
Oh,
fighting
I know,
words.
good thing that timer's about up. So my mind is wondering what could go click, clack besides animal feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mind is too.
You're not gonna help me at all here?
No, I
Um,
mean, what could it be?
so I wonder if
Because that sound of nails on hardwood floor is so specific.
yeah, but they both have their earbuds in, which I thought was kind of strange. You could hear the click clack over their earbuds. So was it something loud? Like, did they never say that they take their earbuds out to investigate? She says she looks,
Yeah.
but earbuds could still be in. So is it something that could be loud enough,
Yeah.
but with your earbuds in, it makes it sound like it must be in the room? Does that make sense? Like it's
Oh,
something
outside of the
outside.
room.
It's something outside of the room or it's something outside of the house that is loud and it's like sounding like a click clack sound, but because you don't ever take your earbuds out, it
Yeah.
still sounds muffled enough that it sounds like it could be in the room.
Yeah, but I feel like it's pacing. And I feel like if I thought I heard something like that, I would take out.
Well, even scarier, what if it's a one-armed hooked man outside click
Oh.
clacking around on your outside? I
Oh.
know that's horrifying, but listen, it could happen. Whereas a haunted vessel
Fully
of
possible.
a dog click clacking around, I don't know about that, but a hooked one hand armed hooked man.
Or a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
Now those are legit.
That's what I keep hearing every time you say it.
That's funny. They've got big clackers.
Oh,
You
let's talk
know,
more about the big
the bigger the
clackers.
horn, the bigger the clacker. I
Oh
don't
my
know
gosh.
how this did this. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to say. I think it was some sort of weird sound that was happening outside of the home or outside of that room. Maybe it was a furnace that was making a weird noise that it normally doesn't make or something like that.
It was going to both sides of the
Yeah,
bed.
well, I think maybe once the thought is put into your mind that it's this thing, it makes you think that you're hearing it.
Except the opposite for her wife, who A, doesn't know there's a haunted thing in the house,
Right.
and B, she says, "It's the dogs. Like, don't worry about it, it's the dogs." And she's like, "No, it's not our dogs."
Yeah, she's like, "It's not our dogs because I hear that click clack sound."
Yeah, which is normally their dogs.
Right, but she doesn't take her earbuds out either.
Yes, you would take your earbuds out. She just didn't mention that one line.
Okay, well, she didn't turn the sound machine off, so the sound machine's going, earbuds are in, loud noises are happening in their room.
Okay.
I don't know, just gonna say,
Okay.
think that it could be another sound coming from outside of the room that they mistook for the sound of a dog.
Okay.
There you go. Don't know what the
Sure.
sound is other than a hooked man, but that's it. That's what I'm gonna go with. There it is.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna say he's a squatter because I always go squatter. He's just like randomly out there terrorizing people through the neighborhood.
Okay, sounds
Sorry,
good.
Bernie. Good night. Sleep tight. Okay. All right. So that leads me to mine. Ours tonight is anonymous.
All right.
Always fun to have. Subject line: My grandma's house is haunted, but we're not allowed to tell her.
Oh, okay. Don't tell grandma
Don't
your
tell
house is
grandma.
haunted.
Don't tell her. My grandma's house has always, for as long as I can remember, been a scary place.
Huh.
My dad and aunt and uncle all grew up in the house and had paranormal experiences occur throughout their lives. One example was when my dad and uncle were teenagers. My uncle was walking down the steps and he was swinging a towel as he had just washed his hair. Out of nowhere, my dad, who was standing in the living room at the bottom of the stairs, saw the towel straighten out in front of my uncle as if someone pulled it, and my uncle fell forcefully down the stairs.
Oh my
So it's
gosh.
like someone pulled it, and that's what caused him to go
Oh
back.
my gosh, that's awful.
It is awful. Could also have been a nail that the towel
Uh,
could have like caught
just
on
read the whole
the
thing
wall.
and then
Okay.
debunk.
Okay. Sorry. Golly, she's feisty tonight. Maybe it's because I said she was the reason for fake news. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, I'm a little bitter.
I know you are. Okay. Now, my grandma hates all things paranormal, especially Ouija boards, so it's a big no-no in our family to discuss the paranormal events that occur in her house. 20 years or so ago, my cousins and brothers were playing in the upstairs bedroom of my grandparents' house. The toys were set up in the room across the hall from them, and they were all in the same bedroom playing a board game. Out of nowhere, a Hot Wheels car, no batteries, no wind-up, just an average Hot Wheels car, slowly exited one room that the toys were set up in, went across the hall and into the room where they were all sitting.
Oh,
So they're just sitting playing a board game, and in rolls a Hot Wheels car.
that is really weird.
That is very cinematic. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that they got it from a movie. I'm just saying it is cinematic. Needless to say, stop. Needless to say, they were all terrified. Around 8 years ago, my oldest brother moved into the basement of their house. One
Why?
night, I know, right? Like, come back for more. One night, when he was home alone, he woke up out of a deep sleep, having felt like he was shaken by somebody.
Oh
He
no.
stood up and instantly smelled gas. He went upstairs and outside of the house. Later, we found out that there was a carbon monoxide leak,
Oh
and if
my
he had
gosh.
not woken up, there's a big chance he could have died in his sleep.
Wow.
Months after that, when my grandparents were away for the weekend, the family decided to try the Ghost Radar app in their house. So I love, not only they're like, we can't tell her, but we're like,
Yeah.
we also can't tell her that we're going to investigate it.
Yeah. Like, we'll watch the house. Don't worry about it, Grandma.
Right. Shh, we've got this. We all sat around the phone, and my uncle asked the normal questions.
I love that the adults are in on it. Like,
Right.
I don't know who's writing this if they're an adult, but still, like, your aunts and uncles are the adults.
Yeah, absolutely. She even says something about them 20 years, like
Yeah.
20 years ago, my cousins. And so, yeah, they're all grown now. And they're like, let's do this. Let's find out what's going on in this house. We all sat around the phone, and my uncle asked the normal questions. Is anyone here? Blah, blah, blah. Then he asked who lived in the basement. At this point, my brother had moved out. The ghost radar replied with my brother's full first name, which no one ever calls him.
Oh.
We were shocked. So my uncle asked, how did you save my brother? And that's in parentheses. It replied, wake.
Wow.
And then big eyes, you know, the emoji with big
Yeah.
eyes, WTF.
Oh my
He then
gosh.
asked, what did you save him from? And it said, gas. And then I love this, bruh.
Oh my gosh, totally.
The next one, just bruh. Needless to say, we were shocked. The last thing that I'm going to talk about that happens in this house is when my grandparents' friend's obituary, who passed away probably 15 years ago, will show up in their kitchen every month or so. They
Oh,
usually say hello to their friend and put the obituary back in the basement where it is supposed to stay, laughing
wait.
out loud.
The grandma does this?
I guess just whoever is there will
Oh,
find the
okay.
obituary and tuck it back down in the basement.
Huh.
A little while later, it will show back up in the kitchen. Sorry, this was a long one,
No.
but there's more to the stories.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, before you debunk anything, was that friend in the obituary, was their death at all mysterious?
Right.
And we just let it be like, oh, they died of whatever.
Ooh, that's a good
and
question.
they're like, no, keep looking.
Yes, no, look more into these facts. Yeah, if you're the author of this and you're listening, please maybe go back and start reading that obituary more.
Right. Ooh, it's spooky. I know what you're going to say about the gas leak.
Oh, okay. What?
Because
give it to me.
oh, really?
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I can find something.
Because science has proven that people who are suffering monoxide poisoning can see ghosts, or like
they
think
they have
that,
hallucinations.
Yeah. But then to have that app confirm it, it's very interesting.
It is. Who's controlling that app? Who in that house really wants?
I want to know what that app is.
Yeah, I know, because you keep talking about like these well, okay, I shouldn't say that word. It's very judgmental. You keep talking about these not tricks. That's the only word I can think of. These things that people will do.
Equipment.
That's the word. But like the flashlight trick. I mean, that's a trick.
It's not a trick. It is a method of communication.
Okay, that's a much less judgmental term. Yes, you talk about these methods of communication like batteries and flashlights and radio stations that
boxes.
Okay, but they seem kind of like archaic. They seem like
I don't
the
know
90s. They seem almost like from the 90s.
I don't know how you could trick a spirit box unless somebody went to the trouble of making a recording.
Yeah.
And then they're the one asking every question.
Absolutely. Aaron, this is like how con artists make a living.
This is her family doing it.
They sit there and go, what would your average person never see coming? You know what they'll know? They'll think that we will never go to the lengths to make a recording and actually do this.
When I did the spirit box, we were asking the questions.
Okay.
So how was it answering our questions?
Wherever you're at, you were at a place.
Somebody's died there. Is that what you're about to say?
No, I was not going to say that. No, but you were at a place where it had a very famous haunting of some sort.
Yes.
So there are certain buzzwords that could pop up that you would all grasp onto. Everybody's going to grasp onto those words because those words mean whatever that haunting was. So like if, for example, the story is about Betty who passed away in 1978 in her prom dress, all of a sudden, no matter what questions you're asking, Betty, dress, 78.
They didn't all relate to the stories we were asking.
Something is going to come up. Okay, then gasp.
I really want to do a spirit box session with you somewhere in a haunted place.
I don't think you do, Aaron.
I do, because I want you to ask them some off the wall banana shit and see what it comes back and says.
But here's what I'm always going to say is that there could be a radio, like with a spirit box, there could be a radio frequency that it's being picked up in the next. Oh my gosh, Aaron, I forgot to tell you this. This was hilarious.
Oh,
I'm trying, just reminded me of this. I'm trying to get Miles to sleep the other night. You know, we bought him those walkie-talkies, but we bought him like pretty good ones, you know, like pretty good walkie-talkies. Well, one night when we were traveling home, actually it was Christmas night and he had just gotten them. We're traveling home. We go through a certain area and he picks up a signal from some other kids that must have just gotten walkie-talkies. So for about 3 or 4 miles, he was having the time of his life because he was talking to these other kids. Oh my gosh. And he's so excited. And he's like, Mom, how is this happening? And I'm like, it's radio frequencies. And I'm trying to explain something I have no idea. It's magic, basically magic. Right. But then we get home, of course, and so he keeps trying. He's trying like all the time to pick up. Bedtime. Don't even know he's got the walkie-talkie. All of a sudden I hear like a truck driver or somebody
Oh my gosh,
talking,
that's scary.
but they can't hear him. It is a frequency. He has tuned in to someone else's conversation. Girl, he and I sat there on that walkie-talkie listening for so long. I was like, I think it's inappropriate. We're gonna turn it off. But it wasn't a truck driver. At first, I thought it was. It was WKR. It was like news,
Oh my
and it was
gosh.
like a private interview that this man was interviewing somebody for the news,
Oh my
and he was like
gosh.
talking normal, but you could tell he was like taking notes, and he was like, well, and then when it will air and da 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 da. I kept thinking, oh, I'm gonna get like the hot goss, like this is exciting. And Miles is the whole time he's just sitting there with his jaw drop, like, can you believe this is happening? I'm like, I can't. This is amazing. And then it didn't ever turn out good, and then they just signed off and they were done. Okay, but that's where this conversation has led me.
I forgot what the original part was. Oh, the spirit box.
It was. So now every night I'm like, let's check that radio one more time, see if we can get any more good news. But anyway, yes, the spirit box, because to me, that's very similar. Like you can manipulate that. So if you know what channel your spirit box is set to.
That's not how spirit boxes work.
It can be how they can.
No, it's not. Spirit boxes change channels. Like they're built to like shuffle through all the channels and pick, like, the spirit in theory is finding the word that applies.
So I am in the other room. I've got my headphones on. I am on channel. I've got all these different frequencies in front of me. You can find me on channel 32. You can find me on channel 4. You can find me on channel 7. Sometimes I change it up. It's never going to be the same thing in case you come back. And then you're scanning, and once you scan, you'll hear me go, Betty. You'll hear me go, prom. You'll hear me go, dress, on different frequencies.
You don't understand what they are, and you're trying to debunk them without really understanding what a spirit box does.
Okay.
So what you're saying is not how spirit boxes work.
Okay.
So you're wrong.
Well, then you explain to me how they work.
I'm okay. You don't touch the spirit box. Spirit box sits in the room, and it's shuffling through these things. And you say, like, who's here with us?
Okay, Erin, but what's it shuffling through?
Radio stations.
Okay. And so does it sometimes pick up frequencies that have nothing to do with Betty?
Yeah, rarely, sometimes.
So why couldn't it pick up frequencies that are being put out there specifically by someone to talk about Betty?
Right. I'm just saying, I would like to go with you sometime.
Okay. You think you would, but I'm going to land on this.
I don't care. I still want you to experience it. It was very interesting.
Okay. Well, I know the believer little tinge inside of me is like, yeah, but if I don't believe in it, will I ever be able to pick up anything?
No, probably not. But I will. I believe in it enough for both of us.
Okay. Well, you're like trying so hard. You like got vanilla.
There's so much vanilla illuminating out of me. I'm sweating so hard.
I can't hear anything, but it sure smells great in here. Oh yeah. So I don't know. That's what I just think. And now I can't even remember what the story was about.
Okay. So the towel, you think that it got stuck on a nail?
The towel. So, okay. Or, I mean, I'm just saying something like, so we don't know what kind of house this is. Let's say it's a log cabin. Let's say it's got some sort of like a piece of wood fragment sticking out of the wall. His towel, he's whipping it around, like he's waving it around, and it catches on that and it jerks him, like he's going forward and he jerks back and it throws him down. From afar, what that looks like is someone grabs it, but really it's just that it caught on, it latched on to something.
I don't know. That's so scary.
Yeah, it would probably be very scary to see, but then, I would go back and search those walls and see if there was a nail or if there was something.
Okay, Hot Wheel, you're just saying they made it up?
No, there's cousins all around. There's other kids around. Are all the kids present? Are all the adults present? Are all the funny drunk uncles who would like to scare the shit out of some kids? Are they all present? Who is all present in that room at that time?
I don't know.
Could it have been a Hot Wheel that was like tilted and stuck up on something, and then, I don't know, a mini earthquake comes and boom, it comes down and then it's gone?
Okay, what about the obituary?
I think like I don't know, grandma, like what if grandma, who doesn't talk about paranormal things, like never speaks of it, what if she's very attached to that obituary? So she goes down and she keeps getting it and bringing it up and kind of reads it and loves it. and then it keeps getting put back down, but nobody will talk to her about it. So then she kind of is like, damn, where is that obituary? And she goes back down and she gets it again, and then it just keeps being put down back down. It's like two ships passing in the night. They don't know they're doing it, but it's happening.
All right.
Boom. I'm going to drop the mic on this story. I think I did pretty damn good.
You did pretty good, but the spirit box, the ghost app,
Girl,
I'm not going there.
You just want to believe it so bad.
No, I've just done it.
Well, okay. Well, we didn't really talk about that because this is not a spirit box. The whole app thing.
Yeah. Is it typing it out? Is it saying the answers? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know how an app would work, and how easily manipulated could the app be?
I don't know. Because if it was just like, you know, big app store trying to, you know, trick everybody, they wouldn't have those specific answers.
Have you seen this new thing where everybody's like freaking out about this like new AI chat or something?
Oh, yeah. Where it's like celebrities are being impersonated.
No, it's not it.
Oh.
It's some sort of thing that this is how like dumb I am, because surely it's doing something other than Google. But we were at a party the other night and this guy sits down and he's just like, oh, I'm gonna blow your all's mind. I've overheard James talk about it, but you know, whenever they get techie, I kind of tune in and out. So, but he sits down and I'm like, I'm ready to have my mind blown. I'm like, come on, let's see it. What we got? And I kept thinking, this is exactly what Google does, except for it's just translated. It's just like written down.
Okay, explain. I don't know.
So you just would say a question like, well, I'm not going to say it like I do every time, but HEYGOOGLE. But this time you're just saying the question, and it like starts this chat, and it's like this AI that's like answering back and forth with you. Is that not what Google is?
Well,
and I didn't want to sound dumb, but I want to be like, that's what Google is, dude.
Google pulls like information from
a source.
It's coming from
so I
a
guess
source.
this isn't coming from a source. This is just from AI. But
what are they asking it on? Their phone?
Yes, it's on their phone. But I'm like, isn't that them still pulling from some sort of source that someone had to plant that information?
Yeah, and you can ask Siri, like, tell me a joke, and they'll tell you a joke. Right. You can kind of interact with Siri.
I know. I just did not see. They were all like, oh, everybody was like reacting, and I thought, just be quiet, Megan. Be quiet. Don't be that person who then has to act like you. I'm joking. I'm joking. I know this is way cooler than Google, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is fucking Google. Why are we all losing our shit?
Who cares? We accepted Google in our lives a long time ago.
A long time ago. I don't know why everybody is freaking out, but okay, I'll act just as wowed as everybody else.
Yeah, that's really bizarre. I guess that doesn't weird me out either.
Also, I have been drinking quite a bit. I might not have been fully paying attention to what all was going on. So it could be actually really, whoever's listening to this going, what is she talking about? It is way cooler than Google.
Yeah.
Let me know. Let me know why.
Yeah, tell us.
I don't know why.
Well, the thing I was talking about is how they can like mimic people's faces so much that they can make videos where it looks like them doing it.
That's horrible. That is so scary.
The reason I know about it is because I have hit a very weird side of TikTok. It is all like celebrity conspiracy and time glitches.
Oh, we love time glitches.
I know. It's been fascinating.
Yeah.
It's been so interesting.
Send me some.
Okay, I'll have to start sending them to you. But there's one girl I follow who's like obsessed with trying to prove that the Britney Spears we keep seeing is not really.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah, it's really weird. They're fun to watch because you're like, what? I don't know. Her wedding was real weird.
I always kind of have a soft spot for conspiracy theories because there's always that thought of like, well, what if? Right. I mean, and here's the other part, you know, the government can trick you into a lot of shit. Yeah. I was just reading to Miles earlier, again, another library book he brought home about Area 51. And I'm like, did you know no one can fly over Area 51? Huh. Immediately arrested.
Wow.
What the fuck are they hiding in there?
Everything. They're hiding so much in there.
I want to know. Talk about conspiracy theories. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that there are some conspiracy theories out there that could be legit.
Yeah.
And if you just keep passing them off as conspiracy theories, then you might be missing out on something.
Yeah. There was one lady who talked about a glitch in the Matrix where she was taking a bath. She was waiting on her boyfriend to get there. Mm-hmm. And she heard the truck pull up. She was like, I heard him on the gravel driveway. I heard him come in. I heard the door shut. He was in the house. And I yelled, hey, I'll be down in a minute. Mm-hmm. And then she got out of the shower. And she goes down and he's not there. And she's like, oh, that was weird. And then he pulls up. And she's like, Wait, there's somebody else here.
Oh, have we heard this before? I feel like somebody wrote this.
I don't know, darling. Have we heard this before?
You're such a bitch. I feel like someone wrote this into our podcast.
No.
We've read this exact story.
Maybe this is a glitch in the Matrix.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe they're going to write it in.
It's happening right now. Okay, then what happens?
Okay, so then she's like, there's somebody in this house. You have to help me look. And so they search like every room.
Yeah.
They separate. So he's looking upstairs, she's looking downstairs. They're looking everywhere.
Okay.
And she comes back upstairs. And as soon as he sees her, his eyes are huge. And he's like, where did you just come from? And she was like, the basement. And he said, I just saw you walk like you were looking up here with me. And you went to this room. And then you walked out of the basement. And that's impossible. What? And they went in there and nobody was in there.
So it was like both of them were having this weird...
It was like they were trying to catch up with each other.
Oh, no. I don't like that.
Isn't that so
weird. That is so weird. And you know what it reminds me of, which I know I've told the story, but I never thought of time glitch the first time. When Jack and I lived in that house and we were painting that front room.
Yeah.
And then we moved on to the paint the middle room. And Melissa, she listens to the podcast. She was coming to help me paint.
Yeah.
And I've known Melissa my entire life.
Right.
I know her voice.
Right.
And I swear she was at the front door and said, hello, just like she normally would if she were coming into a place. I've heard it a million times.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, we're in the middle room. And then she never entered. And I was like, where'd she go? So I thought, oh, maybe she started looking around or whatever.
Yeah.
So I start looking outside for her, look everywhere for her, can't find her. Send her a text like, where'd you go? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm not there yet. And she was still like 15 minutes away.
Oh, that's so weird.
But I've always thought like, oh, I guess it was like our ghost, funny.
Yeah.
Or I like dismissed it as like a neighbor that walked by that happened to sound like her. But what if it was a weird time glitch?
Yeah, that's weird. I'm going to have to send you that video when we get off here.
Oh, yeah. Or post it on our page. Like that's,
okay,
do that because everybody will want to see it.
That's so cool. It's so bizarre. I'm fascinated by time glitches. They freak me out real bad.
Yeah.
But I think they're so interesting.
Like, what are they?
Yeah, I don't know. Ooh,
interesting. Spooky. Very spooky. Very much more real than ghosts. Spooky.
Okay.
I wonder if all ghosts things could be explained by time glitches.
I really feel like probably.
Yeah. That's
if you think you see somebody.
Mm-hmm. But it's really just a time glitch.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Could be. Although when they interact, like by snatching up your towel to make you fall back, that seems more interactive.
A nail hanging on the wall.
All right, I'm just saying that seems more interactive, less time glitchy.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, those were some great, eerie, spooky stories that led to some even spookier stories about time glitches.
Even spookier. Your stories were trash.
No. No, sorry. I just find time glitches to be like, oh, they give me bigger chills than anything.
Yeah.
Anything else. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
I am.
Okay.
Aren't you proud?
I'm ready. I'm so proud of you.
Are you proud of me?
I didn't even ask tonight.
I know. I was like trying to jump the gun. All right. So I will give you full credit. I spied with your little eye.
You spied with my little eye.
I spied with your little eye. I took out your eyeball, and because mine are trash now, and I need readers. No, you sent me a message. You're like, you're funny. You're very funny, Erin. This is after the acronym thing last week of the fan favorite. Who won? So then you send me your own. You screenshot this picture of this person putting up letting everybody know about our podcast.
Yeah.
Which is super nice. And you said FFM, and you were like, what is that acronym? And I was like, oh, easy. Fan favorite magic. And you're like, no. And I was like, oh, fan favorite must. You're like, no. And then you kept sending me gifts of as if I were so far off. Yeah, right. I was like, what else could it be?
I remember sending one that was disappointed.
Oh, you were so disappointed. Come, get your shit together. Of course, I was cracking up the whole time. But it was fan favorite material.
Of course.
So, and absolutely, obviously, who couldn't have gotten that? So, you're so right. The lovely Heather is fan favorite material because they are out there posting messages about our podcast, like
That's so
telling people
nice.
about it. Yes. So good eye. Glad you spotted it.
Thank you.
And we said, hi, Heather, or I did, not you. You were not. Oh, these Palomas are good. You were not with me. It was just me. I said, hi, Heather. You are my pick for fan favorite. Okay, you're Aaron's pick, but I'm still going to claim you. So then I say my little spiel about what can we plug for you. And she said, I feel so sought after.
Oh, yeah.
You are so sought after. And then they say, I'm a crazy cat lady. So I'd say Perfect Day Cat Cafe.
That's a great place.
It is a great place. I took Blake there once. It was what he wanted to earn for, like, we would do these rewards for good semesters of grades and behavior. And I took him there. We had so much fun.
Yeah, it's really cute. It's a little place where you can go get coffee or a smoothie and then play with cats.
Or booze. They've got booze,
they
too.
do have booze.
They do. So,
it's weird. I've never gotten booze there. I've been there twice.
That is
so weird for me.
Out of character. Get a little liquored up and go pet some cats. I mean, I don't know how else you can tolerate
It sounds
cats.
so weird when you say that like that. I don't like it.
I didn't say
no, but it sounded weird. Like you were in innuendos.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to tell you a story later. Okay.
Okay, wait.
They said it literally ticks all of the boxes. Kentucky Biz, check. A great place to adopt your new best friend. And then in parentheses, we haven't yet, but we plan on it once we buy a new home.
Nice.
Check. Fabulous staff, check. Fun events from paint nights to yoga nights with cats, check.
Oh, I would totally do yoga with cats.
Wouldn't that be fun? It would be funny. I know that. A fun date night, check. Yummy coffee, booze, and perfectly named snacks, check. A great place to visit after you've had too many drinks at El Mundo and don't feel like walking off your buzz. Cuddling kittens is so much more enjoyable.
Nice.
And then gives the link. So if we're able to contribute, we will. Or if nothing else, we'll just visit there and go have a cocktail and pet some cats.
For sure. Did it say kittens weird?
It did.
Okay.
I did. You want me to say how it said it? It was spelled KITTEHHHHS. Kitties.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I totally did.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I said it, but I said it weird.
You're like, kittens.
Well, it was spelled, and it wasn't even that. I think it was supposed to be kitties, but I said kittens. Oh, anyway. The point is, it's a great, fun little place. I'm not a cat person, but it is, I mean, who doesn't love a kitten?
Yeah,
kittens are way different than cats.
Different.
Yes, but they're fun, and it's a great place you can't be in there and be pissy.
No, you can't be mad in a cat place.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun, and Blake loved it, so it's a nice little fun, thing to do with your kiddo or even your teenager, your angsty teenager. They can't be pissy.
That's what I'm going to do next time, I think. We're all stuck in the house because
Oh, that's a great idea.
Hit our limit.
Yeah, I know, girl.
It's rough.
Malibu Jacks, I hit them up today. I'm like, oh, just get us out of this house.
Yeah.
Gotta do something.
All right. Well, thank you, Heather, for being such a good fan favorite.
Absolutely.
And if you all would like to check out any information about us, like any future live events, how to become a Patreon, where you can write in our P.O. Box, merch, etc., you can go to www.myskepticalsister.com, or you can write in directly at myskepticalsister@gmail.com. You can join our Patreon. $3 a month gets you bonus content, a sticker, and a card in the mail. And $5 a month gets you all that, plus our movie night.
And we think that it's time to, put a little, dangle a little carrot out there. If you have a story that you would like to send in, or if you would like screenshot that you're going to go out there and harangue a story or two for us, screenshot it and send it to our DM, and we will send you a magnet.
Yeah.
So how about let's do the month of February?
Okay, sounds good.
Anybody in the month of February who sends in a story.
Yeah.
Or who goes out there and shows that you're trying to get stories from other locations.
Yeah.
Screenshot it, send it to us.
Yeah, if you get your friend to send a story, I'll send your friend a magnet and you a magnet.
Yeah, but we're just like making it rain with these magnets.
With those magnets.
You get us stories, we'll make it rain
if
with
you want,
magnets.
Send us a message, say, I want that Bigfoot art.
Oh.
Let me know.
There you go, girl.
It's here.
That's right. Whatever you like,
We
really.
need some stories.
Name your price as long as it's not money.
Yeah. Name your
can do
price
it.
of something we already own.
Right. There you go.
Do you want a 7-year-old?
Oh, we got a couple of
We
kids
can
floating
negotiate.
around.
I'm just saying.
We need
Sell them
stories.
cheap.
We need stories, and we got things to give away.
That's right.
There you go.
I'm not really going to sell my kids. That made me sound like a really bad mom.
No, please. Every mom out there's like, I get it. I get it.
All right, you can have them, but sometimes I would
borrow them though, for sure.
I'd let you babysit. Like, show me you're at least a little bit trustworthy, like slightest bit. I'm like, they're yours.
You got them.
See you tomorrow.
They'll do great.
Okay. Anyways, you can rate, review, subscribe, and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you listen to your podcasts.
That's right.
Follow us on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And I think it's your turn.
Meow.
Yep.
I had my shit together tonight. I didn't want to have to go and search for stuff. I already had the fan favorite, and I thought, well, what can I say goodbye?
Yeah.
Cat.
Yeah. You could just end that at any point. Just start saying bye.
I don't need to.
Okay.
It's a great little thing.
Okay. Meow.
Meow.
La 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 la.
But is there orange in this one?
Nope.
Huh. Tastes different.
Nope. It's
so
all
good.
It's the exact same batch.
Weird.
I wonder if yours has a little more of that. They both might have a little more of this stuff.
Tastes good. I just thought I tasted a new flavor.
Was it vanilla?
Maybe.
Are your taste buds changing too? Everything about you, your senses. Okay, we're gonna start seeing like little flowers, little lavender flowers everywhere you look.
So delightful.
I know, you're like turning into Snow White right in front of us. Especially Ouija boards. Ouija boards. Boars.
Those animals,
hey,
but
boars that are Ouija oriented.
The letters are just carved out of their body.
All right, let's try
like shaved.
Oh, God.
Shaved. I didn't mean carved.
You got so dark.
I didn't mean carved. I meant shaved.
Well, that's not what my mind saw. It definitely saw carved meat. Thanks a lot.
So sorry, boars.
Okay, let's try again.
Okay.
That just took a left turn real fast.
Sorry, I meant shaved.
Doesn't that just scream summer?
Yeah.
Okay. It's random, but look, I just love grapefruit here lately, and I cut up a bunch, and orange is like, that is the prettiest little platter of fruit.
It is. It's almost as pretty as the shower platter of fruit I made for Jewel and Emily's.
What? A shower platter of fruit?
Remember,
what does that even?
Jewel and Emily's platter for their shower.
Oh,
that was like the prettiest.
Shower. I thought you meant like to shower, like to bathe. I was like, what was this? Were you setting up the romantic scene for them? Ew.
This is for their baby shower.
Okay, yes, that was so pretty. It
was so pretty.
For a minute, I really thought you were like setting the mood for them. I'm like, that's a lot to plan someone's fruit shower. I think that's something personal you should do on your own. Gosh. What kind of fruit do you like to eat in the shower? Okay, here we go. Get serious.